We are mobilizing all our efforts to cool down the reactors and by making use of firefighting the vehicles and also possibly the use of helicopters of the self-defense forces.
Okay, so that's possibly, meaning you haven't used these helicopters yet?
This is the measure that we have been considering to take actions.
Okay, so far as these radioactivity levels go, can you give us some more specific figures as to what you've recorded most recently in your assessments?
Well, we will be soon announcing the level of radioactivities in this morning. But as far as we have seen the data, we have not seen the level that is, for example, dangerous to human bodies beyond the very close vicinity of the reactors.
Okay, so we've been hearing from this U.S. official that there has been some exposure and therefore high levels of radioactivity based on reliable information, and also talks with the power company there. Can you respond to that and tell us a bit more and make it clear for us what's exactly going on?
Well, of course, on this issue, we have been closely in touch with the U.S. experts and the Japanese experts, and we are collaborating very closely on how we would cope with this situation. And as far as the current situation of Fukushima Daiichi is concerned, yes, we are facing a very challenging situation, but we are making every effort to bring the situation under control.
Can you tell us when the Prime Minister will make his next address to fill us all in on what exactly is happening with the latest assessment?
We will be, our Chief Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Edano, will be having a press conference this morning. And he will be discussing the most updated situation of the Fukushima Daiichi. And at this juncture, let me just emphasize again that we have not received radioactivity levels, that are alarming in terms of the monitoring result.
Okay, in terms of how you define an alarming level, what is your definition of an alarming level of radioactivity?
Well, this is something that has already been, this is according to international health standards. And, for example, there's a World Health Organizations, that decide the international health standards. And we have heard the comments from the WHO that the action that we have been taking is in accordance with the guidelines of WHO, for example.
Now, there have been reportedly, and we've been showing pictures of people lining up to leave Tokyo. What would you have to say to those people who were worried about the impact of this nuclear crisis just north of where they live and the people around that area itself?
Well, actually, this morning I took a subway and I walked under the sky. And I do not see panic taking place in Tokyo, for example. And we do not believe the situation in Fukushima poses any risk to the health of citizens in Tokyo.
Okay, but it is the case that we've seen the airports are absolutely full of people wanting to leave the country.
Well, there may be some reactions to the developments, and it's at the end of the day the decisions of individuals. But Japanese people are not, generally speaking, reacting in that way. And of course, we experienced Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and these very sad experiences made us the most sensitive to the use of nuclear energy. And at the same time, these experiences let the people have comparatively large amounts of information on nuclear energy, and as a result, acquired ability to make an informed judgment.
Okay, now we know that there are some 180 workers who remain at the plant despite the health risks. Are they able to get close to these reactors to do the work necessary? Because, we've had this discussion that to even bring water in, you've got to use helicopters. So what about them? What sort of work are they able to do in such difficult circumstances?
We have to make sure that the workers who are tackling the reactors on site, they need to be protected as well. And this is something that we would be making sure that the workers will be protected.
Okay, we know, like I just said, these helicopters have been coming in, and what they're trying to do is cool these reactors down. So in terms of the picture right now, can you tell us what's going on with each of these reactors?
Well, we are tackling the issue of cooling down the reactors, as you mentioned. And we have not seen the basic breach of or major breach of containment. But as was pointed out, we are now tackling specifically the challenges being posed from unit number 3 and unit number 4. And these units are something that we are focusing on right now.